been working since I was 13. So over half my life is spent earning money to support family. I'm finally at a place where I can do something that I love and I'm able to work it around my kids. My parents have always had to work and, you know, we had latchkey kids, you know, you'd come home from school, you'd kind of get on and wait for a couple hours before parents get in. But I want to be there for my kids at childhood. I just want to make arts and creativity accessible for everyone. I want us to be able to go out and have these experiences with each other, meet new people and not feel like we have to be locked away on our own to just get on. Now that I've given up my day job and gone full-time into the business, I'm Albany Tripp. I own Sakura Studio Gallery over at Stonham Barns Park and started off as a small retail space, and I rented out the shelves to other local artists. It allowed me to do my art practice. And over the last 2 years, we've gained a studio space where we teach classes. And this year I've doubled that space. So we can teach bigger classes, host social studio mornings and evenings, cuppa and crafts, and do bigger exhibitions to support our community.
It's incredible. Amazing. How did you get into this space?
Well, I was volunteering at another local space where I was living at the time when I was on maternity leave for my son. And that sort of came to an end, and I was going into regular work, and I was starting to make my own stuff and sell out of spaces. And it got to a point where I was having to make so much that I needed a new space to work out of, rather than just my oven, my stovetop.
Yeah.
So I went to a couple of markets and festivals, and I ended up,
Hello.
and I ended up finding this space just by chance. Took it on, and it's just grown ever since.
Incredible. Is it just you in the business, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's grown quite.
Yeah, it's trebled in the last couple of years. Kai, don't touch, darling. Wee. You can't come up. I can't pick you up.
So where are you hoping to take the business over the next 5 years?
Yeah, so for next summer, I'm actually in the process of planning an arts festival, something that's just beyond the normal arts and crafts markets that they do at Stonham Barns Park. I want to include lots of the local creators that I used to volunteer with, some of the musicians that I used to volunteer with on the radio, on Felixstowe Radio. And I want it to be an immersive and inclusive experience. I want to have people actively participating with demonstrations, have-a-goes, mini workshops. I've talked to some local theatre groups, some choir groups, dance, about doing little workshops and just making it an overall immersive experience. I think it'd be really fun.
Amazing. And what's the impact that you're hoping to have on the world with your work?
I just really enjoy doing it, and it's taken me out of a headspace where I've been working since I was 13. So over half my life is spent earning money to support family. I'm finally at a place where I can do something that I love, and I'm able to work it around my kids. Having a regular job just didn't allow for that. It was either I worked a ridiculous amount of hours to get funding for childcare, but even then, it didn't fully cover the hours I needed to work. So then, what did I do with them for the hours outside of that? It was a lot. So it's really nice that I've got that flexibility, and I like that I can sort of support other local artists and creators in doing the same thing. 'Cause I found it was so hard to get into places to display and sell work. You had to have a certain reputation and know certain people, and it's just, yeah.
It's a lot of nepotism, I'm assuming, as well, is there?
I suppose a lot of the art community seems to be very tight knit. There are a couple of arts groups that are very. I don't think they'd count what some of us do as art. So they go, oh, it's craft, which means you can't be included, and they can be a bit.
Just semantics. Yeah. Okay. Where do you talk to me about when you're working on your business? Like, what kind of headspace do you go into? Like, what does that look like when you're focused, laser focused?
It depends, really. I mean, I I get to teach some of the workshops as well, which is great fun. I really like that a lot of my workshops are small, tight-knit, and we get to have that one-to-one experience, and that I can make it inclusive. You know, I like to adapt my teaching style, and we just kind of go with the flow. I don't like having a set thing. I have an idea of what I want to do, but it's not until you get in there and you know what type of people you're working with and that you can really go for it.
Yeah, no, good on you. Obviously, we've got kids, and we're very conscious of like the way we present ourselves with our work, the work that we do, and kind of we always want to give back as well because we want our kids to see that we're trying to have a positive impact on the world. What is it that you want your kids to say about you when they're older?
I want them to know I was there. One of the biggest things, my parents have always had to work, and you know, we had latchkey kids. You know, you'd come home from school, you'd kind of get on and wait for a couple hours before parents get in, but I want to be there for my kids at childhood. I feel like because I had to work and do the business for the last couple of years with my son, I feel like I missed out on a lot. With June, and now that I've given up my day job and gone full time into the business, I feel like I can really be there. I can keep my business to business hours and be there to experience the things with them.
So important. Yeah, I love that. I've given you this megaphone. It's a magic megaphone. Whatever you say into this megaphone, the whole of society will hear it. What's the message you want to spread?
Oh, that's hard. Sorry. I just want to make arts and creativity accessible for everyone. I want us to be able to go out and have these experiences with each other, meet new people, and not feel like we have to be locked away on our own to just get on. I had a bit of a hard time during lockdowns and being shut away, and I think that this has been a great opportunity to get to know other like-minded people.
Just on that, what did art do for you during the lockdown period?
I had a really hard time during lockdown. I was furloughed, I was stuck in this little flat, and I'd had to move right at the start of COVID. And it just gave me the opportunity to take my mind elsewhere. And I like that people were coming into my studio and on these social studio mornings and cuppa and crafts and going, it's so nice to have a space where you can go out and meet people and just socialise. You don't have to say anything, just being in the presence of other people and doing the thing you love to do can be, yeah.
No, that's fun. Just in the interest of the time, because I know we're short, but is there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to discuss, or anything that you want to cover? Anything you want to mention?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
Happy? Amazing. Thank you both so much.
Where's your sock gone?